Don't just be another foreigner, be a local Laowai.
Welcome back to Local Laowai, the show that gives you everything you need to know for a smooth transition to life in China. I'm Donnie Newman. As we saw last time, taxis are a simple way to get around the city. Oh, there's one. The only problem is, sometimes it's hard to find an empty one, like right now. Aha! Fortunately, you have other options available, namely the subway. They're fast, convenient, easy, and most importantly, you don't have to worry about flagging one down. So that's why this episode is all about subways.
Here in China, there are over a dozen municipalities that employ subway rapid transit lines to usher people where they need to go, with another dozen or so cities currently building track or planning to start soon.
That means if you're a Laowai living here in China, chances are good that your city will have a subway system. In fact, the longest passenger subway line in the world belongs to none other than China's own Shanghai, and Beijing's not far behind at number 4. The subway systems here are very convenient and intuitive, even if you're new to China or don't speak much Chinese. But there is a difference between riding like a tourist and cruising like a local. So just what is that difference? Keep watching. Subway systems in each city will all have their unique logo. In Beijing, it looks like this. Now, when you're on the street, look for these signs to guide you to the subway entrances. These signs will also tell you which line you're on. For this one, it's for line 10 and for line 1.
When you walk into the station, the first thing you'll do is buy your ticket. Single fare tickets can be purchased from the automated teller machines like these. And if your Chinese characters are a little bit fuzzy on a particular day, don't sweat it. They'll always have English language menus. Simply find your destination on the map by first selecting the line and then the station. Indicate how many passengers you're buying for, and the machine will show your fare. And by the way, the machines love small change, especially yingbi, or coins.
Speaking of fares, the subway fare here in Beijing is extremely cheap, just 2 kuai, or roughly 32 cents, no matter where you're going. Now in other cities it tends to be a little bit more expensive, and the fee can vary depending on the distance you're traveling and the number of transfers you have to make. Now if you're going to be in a city for a while, you can skip coming to the machines and buying a ticket every single time you want to ride the subway with one of these guys, a transportation card. With it, you can pay for your subway fee, buses, and even some taxis just by swiping your card. 我充100.
Keep in mind though that these cards are prepaid. You can add money or get a new card by going up to a teller at a service window, or add money by using special automated charging machines like these. Subways can be busy places during rush hour. If you're on the subway during high traffic periods, be prepared to be sharing the space, or lack thereof, with many other passengers.
To avoid the brunt of the people trying to get on and off, move to the very front or the very end of the train, or there should be relatively fewer people.
Even still, during rush hour, you're liable to be trying to get on with a whole bunch of people at once. Remember, always let others off the train first before making your way on board, no matter how pushy that anxious guy behind you is getting. While on the subway itself, make sure to keep an eye on your belongings. If you'll be traveling a long way, move as much as you can towards the center so as to be out of the way of traffic as much as possible. If you're lucky, you'll be able to grab a seat when someone gets up to exit. Of course, before taking a seat yourself, check around to see if anyone needs the seat more than you do. Now, it's very likely that you'll need to transfer to a different line at least once on your journey. Transfers, however, tend to be a bit of a walk. So as a general rule, you can make your trip more efficient by mapping out the route that goes through the least amount of transfers, even if a different route stops at a couple less stations.
So there you have it, riding the subway in China in a nutshell. Pretty easy, huh?
Did you say taxi? I'm ready to go anywhere.
Have fun on the subway. We'll see you next time. Now you're free, huh?
On the next episode, we'll show you how to get around your city on a bicycle. Until then, be sure to keep sending in your questions at locallaowai@bon.tv. I'm Donnie Newman, and we'll see you next time.